Hello, everyone. This is John Rollins with the Engage Youth Forum. We are here and we are excited. Look at those smiley faces. And I sure hope that because every time I say, look at those smiley faces, when I'm recording, I don't see the smiley faces on the screen. I see them, but everybody else doesn't get to see them, but they're smiling. So how about giving a hello and with a smile so they can see what we're talking about?
Hi.
Hi.
We have Jania and we have Tony with us. I did get notification from a few of the others that we're nearing the end of the school year. And so they had some things that they wanted to take care of with regards to their school work. And I definitely respect that. And in fact, because of those types of decisions, that's why I'm encouraged that we have the right group of people who are with us giving this information. Okay, this is the Engage Youth Forum. These are issues facing the youth with answers from the youth. And today's topic is going to be a little bit different. In the past, we talked a little bit more about the pandemic and how those types of situations were impacting our young people. Okay, but we want to go from a different angle today. And remember, this is a personal vlog. We're not telling you what to do, how to do. We're telling you what we think. We're giving you our opinions, our suggestions, or maybe a recommendation. Okay, if you try to do it and it doesn't work for you, then we don't take responsibility for that. So today's topic, I'm going to turn it over to one of the participants, and she's going to share with you something that was assigned to her, and then we're going to give some of our input on the way that we think we would go about it. All right. So Tony, take it away.
Okay, so this was like yesterday. So my teacher, she assigned me like this create a new political party project, and so one of the things that she said that we could make our party about was equality and equity, and I was like, oh, that's easy. So I looked up what equity means, and like it was giving everyone what they needed, not like just okay, let me just give you an example because it's kind of hard to explain. So, um, there's this father, this daughter, and this son going to a baseball game. The son, he's really short and like he's super young, so he's not very tall. And the daughter, she's like moderate height, and well, father, he's tall. So they go to the baseball game, but there's no more tickets left, and so they have to watch over a fence. And there are three crates by the fence, and so all three of them get one crate. And the father, he can see over the gate. The daughter, she can see over the gate, but the son, he can't see over the gate and watch the game. And so that's equality. All of them are being treated the same. But for equity, instead of all of them getting one crate, the son, he gets two crates and both of them get one crate, and that's equity. He's getting what he needs, not just everybody getting the exact same thing, because other people need more than what some people need. Like if a rich person needed this amount of money, that a poor person will probably need a more amount of money because that person already has enough money. So kind of like that. Yeah.
Very nice. So so that was a scenario. And so Tony, she shared her solution. And I was interested in hearing Jania's solution. So Jania, you're familiar with the scenario. What solution do you have?
Come to the game earlier? Honestly, okay, so I understand the two things, the equality and equity, and I personally feel like everybody had equality in a different way that would have worked to where quantity wouldn't have had to even come into the equation. Everybody had an equal opportunity to think out their day, to think out going to the game. So beforehand, what you should be doing is planning and getting the tickets earlier so you won't have to watch the baseball game over a fence. And technically, that's illegal. That's illegal. If you think about it, you're not supposed to do that. So if you want to go to the game, And they were saying that they had like the money for the tickets. I'm assuming like they had the money for the tickets. So if they had the money for the tickets and they wanted to watch the game, you plan ahead. You order the tickets ahead of time when you can actually get seats, and quantity and no boxes have to be included. That's it. Just go early.
So, Jania, it seems like your response is, okay, duh. You knew the game started at 3 p.m. You should not wait until whenever to go and purchase the tickets for the game. So, Tony, given Jania's response, what are your thoughts on that?
That, well, I mean, it's a good response because it is common sense. I mean, I would do the same thing too. Like, whenever we want to go to like a football game, we're like, okay, guys, you got to get there early before everyone else does, or else, like, we're going to get bad seats. We won't be able to see. We want to get as much food as possible and go sit down without having to go in all the lines and stuff and run into people. And so, like, yeah, plan out your day because that's a lot easier than waiting around, not getting a ticket, and then having to sit on crates illegally and watching a baseball game.
Okay, so let's make this scenario a little more interesting. All right, because in my mind I have a different solution, and I'll share my solution. Aside from the legalities, okay, let's take the legalities out. But if dad and
What's legalities?
if I don't want you watching the game if it's illegal,
Oh,
you watch it from the fence, and you're gonna have the police officer come up to you and tap you on the shoulder, say, "Sir, what are you doing?" And then it goes crazy from there. All right, but let's say that in this situation, it is okay. It's a setting where no one is going to oppose you watching from the gate. You have 3 crates. You have a dad who may be able to look over the fence with or without the crate, but you have 2 children who are not able to look over the fence. So when I heard the scenario, my first thought was, what if you gave the crates to the child, to the daughter, and you put the little boy on the dad's shoulders so that the dad could see, the daughter could have a better view, and the sons will also be able to view the game. Okay. Again, now here's the only problem with this, and maybe problem is a strong word. Whenever you force society to compensate for someone else's needs, it does create more weight or pressure for that person. Given how heavy the son is, the dad may get tired of trying to support the son for an entire 9-inning game. And is it fair that he would have to do that? So that's my thought. So what are your responses to that?
can I use a metaphor?
By all means.
Okay, so when you said like the dad might be tired of supporting the son, and that could put like pressure on the son, like it's kind of like society today, like you know how like some of our taxes go to like food stamps so that it can support people or something like that, yeah, and like so it was like at this grocery store, this happened like 2013 or something, and this lady she had food stamps, and so she was able to get her food. And one lady in the line, she was like, I can't believe all my tax money is going towards you. And like that like created a lot of tension and pressure on the lady who had food stamps, and like lots of people trash talked her about food stamps even before that lady talked to her about that in front of like the whole store in the line, and so she was really upset. Like I can see how like money that you could be spending on yourself going to people, but like sometimes those people need it, And like it's not always like they're just trying to get food for free. Like some people need that stuff to get back on their feet and support them and their family.
So true. So very true. Jania?
For me, like if the dad is holding the kid and his on his shoulders, and then the daughter's like on, the two crates, I feel like if the son gets too heavy, obviously you found a way to kind of divvy it out to where everybody can see, and you can just keep doing that. So whenever you get tired, it's it's pretty easy to just like slip them off the shoulders and like hold them in your arms. And then when your arms get tired, you can switch it back, or you can switch with the daughter and just have her, like, because I don't know how big these boxes are, but I feel like they're going to be bigger than just like you being able to stand on just one person standing on it. I feel like there's more room on it. There could be. So the daughter can stand like on the crate next to him or in front of him, like he can scoot back and she can stand in front of him, because obviously she's not as tall as him if she needs a crate. And then the son can stand on the two crates, so he'll definitely be tall enough. The daughter's tall enough now, and then everybody's fine. You can just keep switching it up if you're stuck outside the fence, which is legal now.
So, and this is an interesting topic because it reflects, I think, in some way, what our society is like. Okay. What may seem to be easy answers, well, if a person needs food, give them food. Right now there are so many situations where there's food that's going to waste. People need it, but they're not able to get it. And you say, well, why can't we just find out who all needs food and let those who need it get it? But it's health care. It's money for paying rent and mortgage. So there's this whole idea of equity or equality. Everybody be treated equally in every situation. We're giving out the stimulus check, everybody gets $1,200. $1,200 for one person may make the difference between them having a place to live. $1,200 for another person means that they get to go on a really nice, they go and purchase some really nice expensive food or buy some more shoes or something, more games, because the need may be different. So even though our intent is to try to satisfy everyone's needs, it's really difficult because people have different needs and they have different priorities at different times. So those are my thoughts. I'm open to hearing feedback, and then we can wrap this up. So Tony, what's your response to what I just said?
I agree with you on the everyone has different needs thing. Um, yeah, cause like a lot of money could make a difference between like someone living on the street and having a house, and like a lot of money for me, like $1,000, like it wouldn't make a big difference in like me living on the street or something. It would just make a difference in me having a savings account and buying a lot of candy. So I have different needs than other people, and that's like equality, but like equity. I think like the person who would need it the most should probably get like a little bit more, and the person who doesn't need it as much gets a little less. Not like a lot less, just less than the person who needs it more.
Um, to me, it feels like, yes, I'm happy that we get money that's coming into the households and everything. That's really great, because they could just sit there and like not give us anything extra and just let everything go, which I'm sure a couple of people want to do. But I also feel like not it's not really equality if the benefits aren't equal. That's just to me, because if somebody's like a billionaire and they're doing great, they saved up a lot of money, they're doing all this extra stuff even in times like this, and then they get an extra $1,200, it's not going to be like a life or death situation, like helping them on one side and helping them survive or anything. They're already surviving. But if there's somebody who's trying to save up or they have school debt, that could help pay it off. I know I would like $1,200 to prevent having school debt, because that's a lot of weight later on, and I don't even want to start on that. But I feel like they should do like something like an evaluation, like they do with a lot of other things, where it's like, okay, so they bring in this amount of money and they have this amount of dependents in the household, and they already enrolled for school in the fall and the spring, or they were on food stamps in the last couple of months and they're applying for new ones. I just got their form or whatever. It would take more time, but they're already taking a while for like certain people, and some people are getting it and some people haven't even gotten it yet. So I feel like just a little bit longer for the amount of money that actually should be applied to you would be a lot better.
Okay, very good. Great conversation. And there's so much more that we could do with this. But our goal, again, is not to try to solve all the world's issues. We're just here sharing some of the things that are facing the youth, what their thoughts are. And I shared with you all before that we have some amazing thinkers. You can hear from not only the question that they posed, but the answers that they gave, that when we are, as a society, when we are putting our hopes into the future generations, if we have individuals such as these that are sharing out their thoughts and their feedbacks, we're going to be a part of the decision-making process in the future. Okay, we'll be okay. I'm very fortunate to have them in my life. So maybe when I need some money, I go to them. This is the Engaged Youth Forum, issues facing the youth with answers from the youth. We're going to wrap it up. And I hope, let's see if I can do this a little differently here. Let's see. I'm trying this. Hopefully it's not just my voice that's being heard and face that's being seen. But we want to remind you, if you've not heard on today, if you woke up this morning and you've gone all up to this point in the day and no one has come to remind you just how great and valuable you are, allow us to remind you. 1, 2, 3.
You are important.
You are important. All right, you all be blessed, and hopefully we'll come back next week. And if you have some ideas, hear what they think, by all means, send us an email or send a text, and we'll make sure to try to include those in future broadcasts. All right, you all be blessed. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.